Hi. I'm robo-Suzie and today I'll talk to you about natural remedies to cure hemorrhoids. Also don't forget to check out the link below, for the most comprehensive, multifaceted program for fixing hemorrhoids. It has a very high success rate. But back to our topic. What are usually hemorrhoids? Hemorrhoids, generally known as piles, usually are dilated, twisted, varicose, abnormal veins situated in your retaining wall with the colon along with anal sphincter. Hemorrhoid flare-ups arise whenever the actual abnormal veins inside the rear end as well as anus turn out to be increased. These people are generally inflamed, and also inflamed veins around the rectum may be in the actual cheaper rectum. This rear end is definitely a final part of the large gut leading to the actual anus. The rectum could be the launching towards the end in the digestion whereby bowel subject matter abandon the particular physique. Outside piles are found beneath the skin color around the rectum. Hemorrhoids, which variety earlier mentioned the actual bounds between colon and also anal sphincter, anal or ectal conjunction, are called inside piles. Inside hemorrhoids build within the reduced colon. Interior hemorrhoid flare-ups might protrude, or perhaps prolapses, through the actual rectum. Most prolapsed hemorrhoids shrink back inside the butt. Significantly prolapsed hemorrhoids may well stick out for good in addition to demand therapy. Hemorrhoids which form below this anal or ectal junction are called exterior piles. Equally interior as well as additional hemorrhoid flare-ups may continue in this anal sphincter or even project outdoors the particular anus. Outside hemorrhoids may well grow to be irritated as well as build a groove, thrombus. Interior piles may perhaps shed blood. What are the signs of hemorrhoids? The particular most popular characteristic of interior hemorrhoid flare-ups is actually vivid reddish colored blood on chair, with mouthwash, as well as in the toilet bowl following a movement. Interior hemorrhoids which have been not really prolapsed are generally not necessarily distressing. Prolapsed hemorrhoids often cause pain, irritation, and also anal retentive itching. Blood clots may possibly style throughout outside hemorrhoids. Some sort of groom throughout a new line of thinking is known as a thrombosis. Thrombosed additional hemorrhoids lead to hemorrhaging, hurtful bloating, or even a tough large throughout the anal sphincter. Once the groom dissolves, additional epidermis remains driving. This pores and skin can become annoyed or perhaps scratch. Excessive forcing, takeoff, or perhaps cleanup around the butt may possibly create signs or symptoms, such as itching in addition to irritation, a whole lot worse. Hemorrhoids are generally risk-free as well as deadly. Signs or symptoms generally disappear in just 7 days, and several of those that have hemorrhoid flare-ups do not have signs. Hemorrhoid flare-ups in many cases are confused with fissures. While people view places regarding our blood about the bathroom, report and still have agony with bowel motions, they generally right away think it can be hemorrhoids anytime the condition may perhaps be a tiny yet unpleasant split called the rectal fissure. Anal retentive fissures will often be brought on by bowel problems. In the event that stools tend to be dry in addition to hard, the particular sphincter ana needs wide open bigger than usual, resulting inside a split, as well as anal crevice. You can find usually many spots regarding shiny red blood vessels about the toilet tissue. Oshvic fissures in addition lead to a clear, staining, frequently severe pain using the passageway of each one digestive tract movements, whereas hemorrhoids frequently lead to hemorrhage yet absolutely no agony. Exactly how frequent are generally hemorrhoids? About 75% involving folks may have hemorrhoids with a particular point inside their day-to-day lives. Hemorrhoids are generally most common amid grown-ups age ranges 4 to 5 in order to 65. Hemorrhoids can also be common with pregnant women. What leads to hemorrhoid flare-ups? Swelling inside anal as well as rectal problematic veins leads to hemorrhoids. Various components might cause this particular irritation, as well as chronic bowel irregularity or maybe diarrhea. Straining throughout digestive tract movements. Sitting around the commode with regard to long periods of energy. A new shortage involving fibers in the eating plan. Another cause involving piles will be the worsening with the connective tissue within the rear end along with anal sphincter that occurs with age. Maternity could cause hemorrhoids through escalating strain within the midsection, which may increase the size of the particular problematic veins inside reduced butt along with butt. For the majority of women, hemorrhoids, a result of being pregnant, fade away immediately after the birth. The way are usually hemorrhoids determined? A doctor will probably look at the anus along with anus to discover, regardless of whether a new particular person provides hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoid symptoms are the same warning signs of other anal or ectal complications, for instance fissures, abscesses, genital warts, along with polyps. The doctor will certainly perform a bodily test to watch out for noticeable hemorrhoids. A digital rectal examination that has a gloved, greased kid's finger and a great endoscope, a new worthless, illuminated tubing may possibly be done to look at the particular anus. An intensive examination and also suitable prognosis by way of a physician is vital. Any moment anyone notices hemorrhage in the rear end or even blood vessels inside the stool. Bleeding can be a sign regarding various other intestinal conditions, including intestines melanoma. Additional examinations may perhaps be performed to eliminate additional reasons for hemorrhaging, particularly in individuals 40 years old or maybe older. Colonoscopy. An accommodating, lighted tubing known as a colonoscope is actually inserted by means of the anal sphincter, the anus, and top of the main substantial gut, called the colon. The actual colonoscope transfers photos regarding the within with the butt along with your entire colon. Sigmoidoscopy. This action is similar to colonoscopy, but it relies on a smaller TV known as a flexible sigmoidoscope and also transmits photos in the butt and the sigmoid colorectal, the bottom portion of your intestinal tract, which empties directly into the actual rectum. Barium enema biray. Any distinction materials named barium will be injected into your colon to make the actual colon a lot more seen inside a light beam pics. Prevention regarding hemorrhoids. A few basic principles that will decrease hemorrhoid signs are usually, adequate drinking water absorption, some sort of the least 6 cups a new evening. Adequate fiber inside the diet. Exercise. Points to help remember. Hemorrhoids are enlarged in addition to red-looking undesirable veins around the rectum or maybe inside the lower butt. Piles will not be harmful or even terminal, and also indicators normally go apart inside a week. An intensive assessment in addition to right medical diagnosis by way of a health practitioner is significant. Just about any moment someone news bleeding on the rectum or perhaps blood in your bar stool. Simple lifestyle changes frequently reduce the puffiness associated with hemorrhoid flare-ups and lower piles signs and symptoms. In case on-home therapies will not reduce signs, topical treatments might become required. That's it. Thank you. Please subscribe, comment and like this video if it was helpful. See you soon.